So thank you guys very much. I wanted to personally thank everybody who is on this call or watching this video for taking part in the Steve Haydu Low Tide Run. The who, what, when, where, and why of this event. We are on Saturday, March 14th. Most of you know it in Carolina Beach. Most of you have done this before. I might be new to some of you. I have for a long time been very behind the scenes in helping to time and manage the race course, time the event, manage the race course. This year, the Low Tide Run has asked our team Go Time to help with some more of the heavy lifting, including permitting with the Department of Transportation, Town of Carolina Beach, volunteer coordination, which is one piece of the job. We have for years, really since the beginning, been involved in this event. I grew up in New Hanover County. I've had friends of mine who've been personally impacted by cancer, who've benefited from this event. And this event is an all volunteer organization. The Low Tide Run Fund is 100% volunteer based, 100% of the proceeds from the race registrations, from the day of the event, from sponsorships, from donations. It all goes back to helping people in New Hanover County battling cancer. So, for me, it's just a really cool way to be able to give back. I bet that's why a lot of you are here too. So I just want to recognize that and appreciate you guys all for continuing to be a part of what we're building here. I'm going to just go right through this on our website. This is the hub for information. The information that you need for volunteering isn't as easily accessible, but you all signed up for very specific things. So I'm going to kind of go through that as quickly as I can. I'm going to start with the packet pickup volunteers. We have two packet pickups. They're at Flying Machine Brewery at 3130 Randall Parkway. That's on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're at Good Hops Brewery. I know a lot of our volunteers, according to this list, let's see, 32 of them are packet pickup volunteers. Thank you. You have signed up for very specific time slots. I'm not divulging your personal information, but you have gotten a confirmation on your time slot. If you would just be there about 5 minutes before your time is to start, and be ready to jump in. Packet pickup volunteers are going to be responsible for helping to distribute shirts to the runners and to help them locate their packets. Our team with Go Time will be handling the actual registration, but packet pickup volunteers are just there to assist. A lot of participants are going to ask things like, what is the course? Where do I park? We want you to refer them to the website. Of course, if you know local knowledge, by all means, let them know. Parking is available anywhere on surface lots in the town of Carolina Beach, including any of the street side parking where lawfully allowed. So people can park just pretty much wherever, but defer them to the website where you can. Bike leads. So thanks for all our packet pickup volunteers. It's a pretty easy job. I'm grateful for you being a part of. If you are a packet pickup volunteer and a course volunteer, double thumbs up. If you are a packet pickup volunteer but haven't confirmed to volunteer on course because you're running or walking, we still do need about 11 course volunteers. And what I'm talking about now, two bike leads. We need two bike leads. It's a high priority. I'm probably going to end up taking one of them myself, but if we can get a couple of people, our usual guy, Dave Elgood with Cape Fear Sorba, is indisposed, and so he won't be able to be there. Food table, pretty easy job. It's very straightforward. You will check in at 7:30 at the volunteer area, where you'll see the folks setting up the food tables. Your job is to assist runners with post-race food and assist them through the finish line, showing them where water and food is, and making sure that somebody's just not, like gobbling up all the packaged food. Our race caboose, this is a little bit more intensive of a job, and I'm going to talk about this as I get into the course here in a minute, because the race caboose and the golf course, the golf cart follower is in association with the bike lead, which is in association with all of our course monitors. So I'll show you the course. If you are not familiar with the course, we have on event information, course will get you to this page, and then the interactive course maps are right here, as well as turn-by-turn directions, descriptions, and technical directions, turn right, east, turn left, south, that type of thing. It's all here. Walking through a map sometimes is a lot easier. Our start and finish location this year is at Cape Fear Boulevard. Many of you know that. Your volunteer check-in location for anyone who is checking in the day of. I should also say this. If you are a race course volunteer, we encourage you by all means to check in at one of the packet pickups. We will have our orange safety vests available for you there, as well as some stop signs for people who are operating on streets that will need just to help cars slow down a little bit. but the hub for all of this on race day will be at the start finish line. Look for me. I'll have a blue vest on. We'll be there getting you into the right spot. On that, our friend Tyler Ragsdale, we've hired him on this year to be of service. He has a 15 passenger van or 12 passenger van that we will be able to get certain course monitors to their locations race morning. More on that in just a minute. But if you are not sure where to go race morning, many of you signed up for these specific intersections because they're close to your home or businesses. So we get that. And you may not need any help at all getting to the spot or knowing what to do. It's a very similar course to what we had last year. That being said, the race caboose, and this is just a two-person job, and I'm saying this on here so everyone is aware. There's a golf cart that will follow out the 5K race. So the 10K starts first. Again, our schedules and everything is located on the website. We also have our regular schedule for race day, but the 10K start is at 8 a.m. and the 5K start is at 8:15. So there's a 15-minute time differential. The 10K runners take off, and then we get really pumped up. And then the sane, rational people take off for the 5K. And following the 5K on the 10K course will be the caboose. The caboose is going to let you know that they're at the end of the race. And if you are a course volunteer, you're free to go. If you're not also on the return, which there are a few people that are going to be two-way traffic, but most are going to be able to sign off at that point when they see the race caboose come through. The caboose will go on the 10K course, which mirrors the 5K course all the way through the course until they get to the interchange here. This is our second water stop. It's a multi-directional. That is a key volunteer. I'll go into that in a second. But then the race caboose will be following out the 10K course to the turnaround, and then from the turnaround in, picking up signs and freeing these 10K volunteers before they get back to mile 3. They will then roll along the 5K course, which is interlaced here. You can actually turn on and off the 5K and turn on and off the 10K. They'll then jump back on the 5K course to the next spot where they diverge, which is Charlotte Avenue, follow the 10K course all the way through to the finish, picking up signs on the way. Race caboose is a pretty important job. They will let everybody go except the volunteers who are stationed along Cape Fear Boulevard, which is volunteer, I think, number 1 and number 2, as well as number 19 and 20. And then the volunteers on the 10K course that will be freeing those. So there's a few volunteers that will stay put, but most will be being freed. That's it on the race caboose, because it's a real specific job. But I wanted everyone to know that there is a sag wagon to let you know when your job is done. Specialty award judges will receive specific information to their job when they check in the morning at 7 a.m. at the volunteer location. You'll be awarding different prizes, and that is a little outside of our normal, but there will be a person there to help you out. Course monitors. All right. So very important job. You'll notice here, I think you guys can see my screen. This is the back end of Run Sign Up, and it shows me we're pretty much full. We've got all the main spots taken care of, at least with the minimum amount of people that we need. God bless you, folks. Thank you. We were worried about it a little earlier this week. We've been working with the Wilmington Roadrunners, with our social media to really get it out there. Hey, we are asking for 20 course volunteers, and that's a lot for a 5K, 10K. Nonetheless, I think we've got it mostly filled. You'll notice some of these spots where we don't have any. If you have a friend that can come along, we may put them in a different spot. And some of these spots where we have 2, 4, or 6 people, we may also use Tyler in the van to kind of spread it out a little bit. But at this point, I feel confident that we're going to be okay, even if we only have what we have and even maybe a little less. Not asking you not to come, but just saying that we have everything set up. The critical split volunteers, and you know this because if you're course monitor 5, it says critical split. If you're course number 19, it says critical split. And then the turnaround on the 10K, which doesn't say critical split, but that spot is filled. I will be reaching out directly just to make sure that you are aware of exactly what to do in those locations. That is a spot where the 5K goes one way and the 10K goes another direction. The signs are going to be omnipresent. I'm putting out about 150 signs on the course. I do have some volunteers helping me with that this week. When we put those signs out, it will be impossible for you not to see which course goes which direction. So really your role as a course monitor primarily is to prevent any interaction between cars and runners. And that's no short order, right? Like there's cars out there. However, that being said, we have lots of Carolina Beach law enforcement that are going to be stationed at critical points around the course to ensure that the traffic flow into and around the course is diverted down Dow Road, down Lake Park Boulevard, in directions away from where we are. But there could be people, morning traffic folks, who had no idea low tide run was going on, who wake up at 8 and want to get down to Kate's Pancake House and realize now there's a stream of runners going by. There are a few spots on the course. Your job really is just to make sure that those cars wait a second until the coast is clear, or turn them around and send them back the other direction, because there's always a way out. This is an inner loop inside the neighborhoods of Carolina Beach. And if they divert back to Dow Road, either south, if they're coming from the south, go back to the south to Dow Road, or if they're coming from the north, to utilize either Harper Avenue or Raleigh Avenue to get out to Dow Road. There shouldn't be much traffic. Most people are very understanding. Heck, most people who are inside that area are participating in the event, but there will be one or two who just don't know. We're just asking you to make sure that they slow down as the runners cross. If you don't think you have visual contact with a driver and they're moving toward you, stop the people. It's a pain, but stop the people. Hey, I'm not sure what this guy's doing. Hang on. Most people aren't here to set a world record, and they'll understand. We have bike leads with the leads, or we will hopefully have bike leads with the lead runners. So they'll be able to get through the interchanges with assistance. But your job really as a course monitor is to prevent any car and people activity, but more so is to be sure that you're providing assistance in the direction to the runners. They pretty much know which way to go. They see the signs, but seeing you smiling, having a good time just helps them and helps the race out to have these course monitors out on course. The critical course monitors, I'll reach out to you specifically. I have your names and numbers and emails, and I'll just give you a quick call in the next 24, 48 hours to make sure you understand your role. But it's very easy. It's just not too much more. Great, thank you. Yeah, Carolina, if you'll just, I'll hit you up in just a second for the possibility to be a bike lead. That would be super helpful if that's something that you'd like to do. Safety vests and stop signs. I talked about this. So all safety vests and stop signs will be available at both packet pickups, and we can check you in as a volunteer too. The safety vest bin will be located at the finish and the start line. So you can either pick up your safety vest at either one of those packet pickups at Flying Machine or Good Hops Thursday or Friday, or you can pick it up at the starting line. I'm asking all of our safety course volunteers to be on site at 7:15 for distribution to the course at 7:30 with Tyler's van, and or if you want to just walk to your spot, that is fine too. You will be released as soon as the caboose comes by. You're also welcome to throw your orange vests in the caboose as it goes by, and they'll be back last to the start line too if you don't want to come back to the start, or finish, same place. But of course, everybody knows that's the most fun place to be at low tide is downtown. Race setup crew, the job title and description, again, it's on the website here. We are asking folks in the race setup crew to show up 6:30 to 7:30. This is mainly to assist in setting up the water table, the food table, any last minute stuff that the race is providing to the runners. And then cleanup is the same. Race cleanup is going to be for any start finish cleanup that has to happen. And we'll also probably take a couple of the race cleanup folks with us out to pick up any remaining signs and water stops. It's about 90-minute obligation, and we sure appreciate it. Those are both 100% full, so we're really excited about that. On our emergency protocol, I just want to go through this real quick because I know I said this would be 12 minutes and I'm leaking on 12 minutes here, so I'm almost done. We are Novant Health knows what's going on. They have an EMS vehicle stationed at the start finish. They have the map and they have an understanding of the course in our safety protocol. If you see anyone having an issue and you're just not sure, if you're a course monitor, if you are a setup person, if you're handing out water, wherever you are on course, if you see somebody you're just not sure, just call 911. Take the risk out of it. Get help on the way. We have fortunately been able to assist quickly in emergency situations, which we weren't sure whether or not were emergency situations, by getting help started first and then figuring out if it's really a bad emergency later. So it's important if you see somebody that's fishing out, you think that they're losing consciousness, they just don't look good. Don't be a doctor, don't be a nurse, get help on the way. and then assess the situation. So call 911 first. Don't hesitate to do that. It's fine. We rarely have that happen. Nonetheless, do it. If you have any ambiguity as to whether the participant is in medical distress, if they say they don't feel well and sit down or lay down or whatever, because people make all sorts of decisions before a low tide run that may not that may hinder their athletic ability. So I just wanted to leave it on that, our emergency protocol. And then in closing, I just wanted to say that this race, many of you know, was named in honor of Steve, who was, he had his own battle with cancer. We have been privileged to be um, uh, assistant to Corey and her family, and then to the Low Tide board for years. 100% of the funds raised from this go to folks in New Hanover County who are facing financial hardship due to a recent cancer diagnosis. Because this is all volunteer based, like you guys, what you're doing helps the race to not have to pay staffing. It helps the race to not have to outlay other monies that can go directly to facing somebody who just found out they have cancer. So from the bottom of my heart, and truly from the people that are associated with this event and affiliated with it, it doesn't happen without volunteers. You guys are freaking rock stars. I hope that you know that, and I hope you know how grateful we are for you all. So I look forward to seeing you all on race day. Look at that, 12 minutes. Does anyone on this chat have any questions? You can put it in the chat. You are welcome to turn on your camera or mic, or if you're good, then you're welcome to log off. Really excited to see you guys this weekend.
I got a question for you, Colin.
Yes, sir, Tyler.
This is Tyler. I'll be driving the van. What? Where do you? And I haven't looked at the website yet.
Yes, sir.
As far as the map and everything goes, I could probably answer this question myself. But where would you like me to pick everybody up at? Right at the
Yes.
boardwalk.
No, sir. If you can you see your screen right now? Yep.
Here, I'll scroll over there real quick. All right, I'm on it. Yep.
Pleasure Island Rentals
Okay,
directly.
Pleasure Island
Yeah.
Rentals.
I want you to pull the van up right here. What the starting line is actually at this median. So we will have a volunteer pickup and distribution location. It'll say
Okay.
volunteers here. There'll be a sign. If you can just pull your van up right there. And that's for any course volunteers, mainly going to be for 10K course volunteers, because a lot of these course volunteers can get to
Mhm.
the course with a very short walk. We're talking like, this much of the course is a half mile away. So all the folks around the lake, they're welcome to walk or ride. We'll strategically, I'll give you a little bit more of a map on that. I'm going to have an assistant with you. That's Haley is going to help with. I think you remember Haley Smithwick, but she's going to
Mhm.
help get make sure that you're putting people in the right place. So
Okay, thank you.
you're
Appreciate it.
welcome. Yeah, no problem. Great question. Anybody else have any questions? That's where the van will be. It'll be right there at the entrance to Pleasure Island Rentals right here on the corner. I got a question from Susan and Bill. We are assigned a food table. Oops, I just lost it. This question's a chat. There we go. Oh, we got a few chats in here. Maybe. I'll be there with my bike. Okay, thank you, Carolina. I'll reach out. I just saw another one. Okay, here we go. We are assigned a food table. It says location is CB Lake parking lot finish. Is that correct? No. Okay, that's good. I'm glad that you caught that. That's not where the race finishes anymore. So let me just see if that's what it still says in here. Uh, Food table. It should be 1 Carolina Beach Ave North. This is and along race course finish line. There should not be a food table at the lake. I will have to confirm on that, but there just come to the finish line. That's where participant food is. There isn't any food at the lake. Great question. It says it's an email. Okay, I'll check the email. That may be Susan and Bill. Thank you for that. If you have any information that has been emailed to you about the start finish line being at Carolina Beach Lake Park, that is something that got carried over from any of the last few years. The finish and the start line are at downtown on Cape Fear Boulevard, directly in front of Pleasure Island Rentals at the Pearl at the bar and grill right here in front of the boardwalk stage gazebo. Any other questions?
I got one more for you, and then I'm done.
No, go
Would you let
ahead.
me
I'm
there at
sure you
like
do.
6:30, 6:45?
Yes, sir. That'd be great.
Okay, 6:30. I'll be there 6:30.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, Wes, you really won't roll. Do volunteers also need to pick up packets, or you just get our stuff day of? Great question, Carolina. You can do either. I have orange vests for volunteers. You're welcome to join at either one of the packet pickups if you'd like to go ahead and get it, or you can just show up at about 7:15 at the start line, and we will have an orange vest for you. If you're going to be my bike lead, I'll have some special instructions for you. I'll go ahead and I'm going to just send you and everyone my number. I can give you my number. It's 910-859-9500. I just sent it to you, but if anybody else needs it, you're welcome to call me. But I'm going to be out there, and I don't think that it's not rocket surgery, so we'll get you guys out. Any other questions? Great. Thank you guys so much. I'll have this video uploaded hopefully here within the oops, did I pop offline? Uh hopefully within the next 15 or 20 minutes, and then we'll email it out to all volunteers. We had just about a dozen on here, which is great. So grateful for you all. Look forward to a very exciting 2026 Steve Haydu Low Tide Run.